The Mega Millions lottery numbers are in. All right, let's take a look at these winning numbers selected just a few minutes.
No, I didn't win the lottery, but I did get $10,000 for free. And this is the story of how all that money changed my life. So, before my coffee gets cold, I'm gonna share my experience and leave you with a couple of lessons that I've learned throughout this whole process about money. So, you're probably wondering how I got the 10 grand. And it's actually not about luck at all. The only person I have to thank is the government. I applied for unemployment back in March, and honestly, I didn't expect anything to happen from it. Next thing I know, I get approved immediately, and the government is sending me $850 a week with basically no strings attached. Now, the reason I applied for unemployment is because I had a job all lined up for the summer in New York City. But when COVID hit the city, that job opportunity was taken away, and I had to move back home. So I had a reason for applying for unemployment. I wasn't trying to scam the government, but in the end, it kind of felt like I did. The whole experience was bittersweet. On the one hand, this pandemic completely changed the world and changed my life plans for 6 months. On the other hand, the government was writing massive checks to me every week. At first, I didn't even realize that those unemployment checks would add up to much. But after doing some quick math, I realized that I was gonna pocket almost $10,000 by the time the summer was over. And being an idiot, I thought this money would only change my life for the better and make me happy. And that much was half true. The first thing I did was pay stuff off. I paid off all my debts, including the college tuition I owed at the time. And this took a lot of stress off my back. I was able to put $2 grand into a Roth IRA for retirement and generally solve all of my immediate problems. So that's the first lesson I learned about money. People say more money, more problems. But in all honesty, money solves like 99% of most of the problems that we face. Paying rent, paying bills, buying food, providing for loved ones, money solves all those problems. It's what you do with money after solving those immediate problems. That's where the main issues arise. I started buying a ton of random things. I got an electric bike, a new camera lens, a drone, a new monitor, and the list goes on. And let me tell you, it didn't make a dent in all the things I still wanted to buy. And most importantly, those things didn't make me happy. Yes, it was exciting to open up those first few boxes from Amazon, but the rush goes away faster and faster as each package arrives. Then you realize that it'll just take bigger and more expensive things to get that same rush you felt in the beginning. You hear the cliche all the time that money doesn't make you happy. But let me seriously emphasize this. If you are someone who isn't really wealthy and you really desire more money right now, it won't make you happy. But most of us never learn this lesson until we get the money, and then we learn the truth of it. And here I am, about 10 months later, and the money's gone. Seriously, this stack of bills here is actually just a bunch of ones with a 50 on top. And I got it out of the bank just for this video, but all the money's gone now. Yes, my debt is paid off and I have some extra cool things, but I'm still sitting here, the same person with the same insecurities and desires. So anyways, that's lesson number 2. Money doesn't make you happy. But I don't want to end on a sad note, because there's one more thing you need to know. You are rich. You can be rich in health, you can be rich with friends, with family, with mental wealth, the list goes on. And if you're young and you're frustrated with your income, just think about this. If you're young, you're rich with time. But if you're complaining because you're old, well, if you're old, you're rich with experiences. So that's lesson 3. Analyze your real assets and realize just how rich you really are. So if you wish that 10 grand would just appear in your bank account, I hope this was helpful for you. Money solves problems, but it doesn't bring long-lasting happiness. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Also, more honesty. All these bills, my parents actually withdrew this from their bank account, so I'm a lot more broke than it realizes, but yeah, just getting that off my chest.